Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chanel, the living dolly, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 2. So today's Vlogmas episode is going to be a story time. Y'all are seeing this late, but this literally happened 2 months ago by the time y'all are seeing it, when the family and I traveled to New York City, and I ended up with zero cash. Yes, let me tell you what happened. So as you all may know, in Trinidad and Tobago, the banks don't really give us much, right, when it comes to US and traveling. Also, they try to limit how much you get, especially if it is you're traveling quite frequently. So with First Citizens Bank, who I have my credit card with, they only give you 240 US unless you have a US account. Well, I think so, right? For Republic, which I will die on a hill when I say that, Republic is my favorite bank. Every time I go, they give me a substantial amount. I don't want to say because I don't want nobody to have a little problem, right? But they do not give you 240 US, okay, FCB? All right. So I have gotten my US from the bank, and what I normally try to do is use my cash before it is I use my card, right? Because you can always access your card. So I have been consistently making payments on my credit card because I'm literally trying to pay it off. Not only that, my credit limit is extremely high, and honestly I find it is too much. It's just ridiculous, right? So what I wanted to do was pay it off as well as decrease the limit, which is exactly what happened in the end. But it just so happened that for the past, I would say like 2 years since I've been paying off my credit card, I consistently order when I shop online using either my mom's or my sister's credit card. So I've been in the States. As a matter of fact, I've been in the States for like 2 weeks, and we're already back from Cancun. So it is well over 2 weeks, right? So I'm just like, all right, so my cash is almost dwindled. It's time to use my card. So I tried to make an online payment because I've been speaking with the bank to make sure everything is on par, right? And I have an officer that I was dealing with, and everything was good to go according to him. So the morning when I am deciding to use my card, because Ross has just opened. If you all don't know about Ross, get into it. Affordable clothes, great styles, just a vibe. So Ross has opened in New York in Gateway Plaza, and everybody's excited to go because we love Ross. So heading over to Ross now, before getting to Ross, I try to make an online payment and it says declined on Amazon. And I'm just like, sorry, online purchase. And it says declined on Amazon. I was like, something is very wrong here. I immediately shoot an email to the same officer and ask him what's going on, whatever. My problem with him is, yes, I understand people are busy, but he genuinely does take a little too long to respond. So that is something that we have to hash out. Anyways, I'm just like, all right, I don't understand what that is about, but you know, let's try it still. I'm a little bit nervous. I try to use my card. No, before I try to use my card, I am so concerned. I had a US SIM what I was using while I was away, and I tried to call. It just so happened that my minutes were finished because I was hotspotting my sister and my daughter, so it literally ran down the minutes. When your minutes are finished, it goes into your data, right? Anyway, so sorry, when your data is finished, it goes into your minutes. My bad. And I use my cousin. She also has a US SIM card that she purchased on her phone as well. So I use her number to get onto Visa, to get onto FCB, who is telling me that the card that they have on file for me is not the card that I have possession of. What? Somebody please help me. What do you mean the card that you have on file for me is not the card that I've been paying on for 2 years, mind you, right? Because the limit was high. Let's remember that. So I'm just like, what is happening here? And these people are telling me that at some point in time now, honestly, I cannot remember if I requested another card or if the card expired and they changed the number. So the number that I have is not the number that they have on the system. Therefore, the number that I have has been cancelled and it cannot be reactivated. Therefore, I no longer have any any access to use my credit card. So at that point, I'm literally crying in Ross. Yes, I had to cry because I was so angry, because FCB and I have always had run-ins. Like, I'm talking about every single time I've traveled, which is why I don't like to use my First Citizens Bank credit card, right? I have had issues with when I'm trying to swipe. They find it was happening too quickly and too many stores, so they locked down my card because they're thinking it was stolen without trying to reach onto me, well, to get onto me, even if it's by email or via WhatsApp. So I'm just like, so I'm literally standing up there, and my dad had to end up paying for my items, right? Okay, so just so happened, I'm distraught. The lines are long in Ross. There's plenty of people. It's crazy, as you all would have seen from my travel vlog 2 months ago. Go back and check it out. So I'm just like, all right, cool. What is my next option? They were just like, nothing can be done. You can request another card or you can cancel the card. Either way, you know, basically, they don't care. Okay, cool. Just so happens, I got locked out of my online banking with the same FCB because they are very annoying. Depends on which one you use, whether it's Chrome or Mozilla, Firefox, I don't know, or Safari. I'm just like, what is going on with you all? Anyway, so I end up getting a girl to call me, like literally randomly, God bless her soul. She calls me and she's like, hi, I'm calling just to check in that you want to reset your password, blah, 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 whatever. She calls me via WhatsApp. She's the one who I explain everything to, and she tells me, talk to Visa and you can get a cash, gosh, I can't remember what it's called. I'll leave it for you right here. But basically, whatever I have available on my credit card, I can get it in cash from Visa. I was like, well, thank you, Jesus. Something has to happen. I called Visa, I explained the situation. They are very apologetic, very kind, very helpful. They told me it's not a problem. They have seen that I have available funds on my credit card. So what they are going to do is get in touch with my bank, make sure that everything is cool, and get the approval. And then they can send me my, I don't want to say cash advance because it's not an advance, it's cash allowance, whatever. Right? First time I've ever doing this. I didn't even know that Visa does things like this. Like, I did not know it was possible. All right, so I finally got onto Visa. They contact me via my cousin's SIM card, as once again let me know, okay, I have to go to this particular Western Union to get the funds available. I'm just like, all right, I'm in the clear. I'm feeling so much better. So they send me to a particular grocery store that they deem closest to the address that I'm staying at in the States. I go to this particular grocery store and I meet one of the most rudest women as usual, right? And she's basically like, I don't have the cash. There's nothing I can do for that. So I'm just like, all right. So she tells us to go to a couple other places. We went to 4 other Western Unions, walking up and down the York looking crazy, right? Because is who does only receive, who does only send, they're not open, all kind of drama. And I'm just like, this is just infuriating. Mind you, the rest of our family, because my sister and my daughter stayed with me to go, because we're thinking, it was a quick thing, just go and collect it and then we could go to another thrift store, which was the plan. So the rest of the family is heading up to the thrift store. We got lost on the bus. Like, it was just the worst. And I was so infuriated because I'm just like, why is this happening to me? I'm a little bit of a spoiled girl when it comes to talking to Jesus, because I'm just like, why are you allowing this to happen? Like, I'm literally going through hell right now. Probably a lesson in patience. We may never know. Right? So I eventually go back to that same grocery store because I'm just like, listen, nobody else will do it. You have to help me out. She's like, okay, I'm trying to see if I could get, because apparently this is how Western Union works. I also did not know because I do not use Western Union like that. So people have to come and send money, and whatever they send in US, then you can get if you're collecting. So I was like, okay, great. So after standing and waiting, she's just like, I still don't have enough. She didn't tell me how much she have. It's 20 cents. I don't know. So I'm just like, all right. So she sends us to another Western Union branch. I would say a couple blocks up. We literally go there and meet the nicest, I want to believe he's a Jewish guy. He was so friendly. He literally had to call and ask his boss, hi, can we do this Visa thing? And they were just like, send us the email with it. No problem. He gives me the money, and listen, I felt at that point like I could have just like jump through the glass and like hug him, because I was so happy. It is so frustrating to be in another country with no funds. That is extremely irritating. I cannot rely on my parents. Of course, they have things that they want to get. Why would I try to, make a problem for that? So it was just really, really frustrating. I don't want to say anything bad about FCB because I still have my credit card with them. You never know who's watching, but oh my God, why does it always have to be something with me? Like, I've been going through this tumultuous experience with them for years. Anyway, so basically they are going to send me my new credit card and I have to go and collect it because I think they tried to contact me while I was still out of the country. Okay. But guys, Republic Bank is the way. I'm sorry. I have to say that. I heard Scotia is really good. Comment down below if you're a Trini babe and you travel or, you know, you have to get US frequently. I'm not purchasing no US locally for no $10. I don't care. I'm not doing that. If the bank is giving me at 6.76, 6.78, I don't even want to reach 7. I'm going to do it, but there's no way that I'm giving anybody 10 and 11. Not for one. No, definitely not. Right? So I'm just giving you a little bit of guidance. If you have ever had this experience with FCV, please comment down below and let me know how you deal, because it is super frustrating. The only good part about it is that, yes, my card is up to date. Yes, my limit has been decreased. Thank you, Jesus, because it was too high. If I tell you all how much my limit is, you'll be like, girl, do you own a store? No, there's no reason for my limit to be so high. So I'm very grateful about that. The monthly installments are at a much more comfortable thing, so I don't have to spend years trying to pay it off. Credit cards are scary. I fully understand why my cousin cut up his, but y'all, what would we do without them? Because your girl loves to shop. I'm an online girly, plus I love to travel. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed Vlogmas Day 2. Stay tuned for a brand new vlog coming tomorrow, please God. Love y'all, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.
Hey. Trips that you plan for the next